Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So this is going to be just a really quick episode, it looks like, because there's no way I'm going to sit there for an hour because this just doesn't seem like a busy enough airport. But Tower Simulator 3 did an update to Tower Places 6, which is the current version of Tower Simulator 3, and in it they included a new free airport, which is Princess Juliana International in St. Martin. So if you've never been or have not been in the area, this is the airport where you can stand on the beach and basically have planes come in over your head. So kind of right here, there is a roadway that goes through here and across. We'd been on a cruise in this area and we got to experience this. It's kind of cool. It's not, it's not life-changing or anything. Yeah, it looks like the morning rush is 5 planes. Evening rush is like 4 planes. Like, there's just not a lot of activity at the airport, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. It's not a huge island, that, so I'm sure they can get everybody they need in a few flights. So the other problem with the morning rush was most of the liveries weren't included, so that wouldn't be really fun. But the next hour has 2 arrivals and 2 departures for a total of 4 flights, but that's 1 flight every 15 minutes. So I'll probably run it a little bit quicker. Obviously we're going to want to get a little bit of the feeling, but let's just take a look at what this is. All right, so there's a nice little colored view there. We do have live weather, so looks like it's raining here. But yeah, here's the beach. So yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll flip this around because I had it going in. Pretty sure that's the beach, but we'll take a look at the other side. Yeah, the other side. Yeah, there is a road, but no, the beach, it's this one here. So yeah, we got dropped off here and kind of sat there at the end, but roadway's a little bit down. The elevation's 9 feet for the runway at that point. So, but yeah, we have got a Spirit Wings approaching, and I think that one's coming from Fort Lauderdale, correct? It's A21N. And then we're going to have 2 takeoffs at 1420 and 1435 of a KLM, which is there, and a JetBlue, which I assume is this one. So you can also see 4 gates at this airport. So this now makes a lot more sense why you're not going to get more than 4 or 5 planes in an hour, because there's no place for them. I mean, if you get some little ones here, there's some opportunities, but any major carrier that needs a gate. Now again, we also have a plane that is arriving that is a windward at some point. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. Not sure which way he's going to come in from, but these are spread apart enough that I don't think we need to do anything to...
Juliana Tower, Spirit Wings 100 on final to me.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Spirit Wings 100, runway 28, cleared to land. So we'll let him come in there.
Runway 28, clear to land. Spirit Wings 100.
We'll go from there. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, the models are probably a little more detailed, but I'm not quite sure what might or might not be new here. Now they do have a lot of other third-party carriers or third-party creators doing airports for them now. SoFly's got one that I think just got released. Once again, I wait until I can get them in batches or until they're on sale in a general sale. I want at least a 25% discount, 30% discount, because yeah, they're fun and interesting, but it's a kind of an expensive little hobby, but so I want to keep it as minimal as I can. I mean, I do like the beautiful Caribbean waters. They did a great job of, what this looks like. I mean, because you can see down into the water pretty easily. There's no real reason to move the camera. Okay. So, you'll be in here. And then we go all the way to 1420, which
Going
is...
around Spirit Wings
Why?
100.
I told... Okay, I don't understand. I told it could land. Don't understand. I wonder if because runway 10 is open, I don't know. Alright, well, we have time, but I'll speed this up quite a bit, because, again, there's no reason. When will it vanish, I wonder? Because it should also come in, at runway 10 now, so... But I'm wondering if that's part of it. But yeah, which you don't have. They should have a bunch of people down here. That would be realistic. I mean, we can see cars and all. I mean, I get people would be tiny. All right.
Juliana Tower, Spirit Wings 100 on final 10.
All right, let's see if this will work. Spirit Wings 100, runway 10, cleared to land.
Runway 10, cleared to land. Spirit Wings 100.
All right, let's see if this works. So yeah, it's got backtrack and then Charlie Alpha Alpha. Which is a bit crazy. Now, if this doesn't land, then I don't know. But yes, he's much lower. So I'm assuming he's going to do what he needs. But yeah, basically I think they can't exit till here. So that would be the other thing that makes this challenging. Now, it is saying landed. So I'm guessing this will run, and I think it said it's a 2,300 meter runway, which makes it, I don't know, 8,000 feet. It's not probably like 8,000 feet, but definitely not overly long, so I don't know that you're going to get really busy planes in here. Spirit Wings 100, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal. Spirit Wings 100.
Now, the potential problem we do run into here is now, we've got a plane that's going to be calling in 8 minutes. Can he taxi down the runway and get where he needs to be? Yeah, we'll be alright. Because it's only been a minute and a half now. But we'll get those in there. So, and I'm glad this one is a free airport. This would be rough with an airport that's like this to be much more, expensive or anything like that. So, like paying the full amount, the $19 or whatever per airport would be a bit crazy. Alright, gate has pulled back. So it's actually pulling back right now. I'm back to normal speed, as you can see. But yeah, so I guess they could get a few more in here. It just depends. Now this one is going to Port of Spain. I don't know what that is. Tango Tango Papa Papa. Doesn't say what island or whatever. But I'm assuming since it's Tango, it's still here.
787 heavy with information. My requesting push and start.
KLM 787 heavy pushback approved. Expect runway 10.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 10. KLM 787 heavy.
Yeah, and we did see a big plane like this take off while we were there. It has some power. I mean, the thing that's not fun is obviously you're on a beach and there's sand, and it's like you're basically in the sandpaper when things like that are going on. So, yeah, there were those type of issues. And yes, we don't have anything happening for another 15 minutes, and then the windward should be coming in at 1440, and then that'll be it. So, like I said, this will be just a dinky little thing. I may just toss this out there.
Juliana ground. KLM 787 Heavy ready to taxi.
KLM 787 Heavy, runway 10, line up and wait.
Runway 10, line up and wait. KLM 787 Heavy.
Alright, so at this point I'll kind of let it go at normal speed just so we can enjoy a little bit of this, I suppose. But yeah, I'm assuming the achievement for this is still going to be 25 flights. At 4 an hour, you'd have to use 7 of your 20 base schedules to do that. So that's a little crazy. So it becomes a little pricey on the Tower Companion side, but there's nothing that makes you do it right away, so I'm not really worried about it. I don't know that I'll fly another one of these anytime soon, because yes, this is pretty simple. This is more intriguing just because of the location. I don't recall seeing a lot of boats floating around offshore, honestly, so it's probably something that does happen on a Caribbean island, but either way. Alright, so he's out there where it's 14:24 almost. So it does take a bit, obviously, to taxi over. He's not moving super fast. Nor would they be, because obviously they'd have it more thrust up, but you can see how this is just wedged in. Now, I did not see this thing. I don't know if that's part of their radar, because I think the control tower is... It did say it was some... Oh, there it is, I guess, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. Is that the control tower? No, that's like... Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's on my Navigraph. But anyway, let's get him out of here. KLM 787 Heavy, runway 10, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 10, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. KLM 787 Heavy.
Alright, I assume he's going to need every inch of the runway, given that he's a Heavy. It's an A332, so it's an A330, I believe, is what that's telling us. Well, it's not a gigantic plane, but it's certainly big enough. But we'll see when he rotates, but he's down there. He's getting close to the landing markers on the other side. There we go, finally. Again, you got some hills and whatever, so you better get up there when you're going. He's 200 feet up, 300 feet up. I don't know how tall the mountains are over there, if it's really going to be reasonable, but yes, now he's handed off, so he's above 500 feet. But yeah, that doesn't give a lot of room. That's crazy. It's pretty impressive, but now we don't have anything till 1435, so 2 of 4 are handled. So I'm going to move this ahead. Just about there. As I get close, I could almost just let it call and it's not going to really hurt anything. 33. 34. So even at 16 speed, it still takes
Juliana
a bit.
ground. JetBlue 1188 with information, Mike. Requesting push and start.
JetBlue 1188, pushback approved. Expect runway 10. Oh, interesting. So
Pushback
he's going to
approved.
get
Expect runway 10.
moved out
JetBlue
there.
1188.
Basically almost the same position he was back into. So this one's going to JFK. So they're heading all the way up to New York City. So I think I'm going to go ahead after this, and I'm going to go ahead and do another of the challenges. It's at Boston, and it's a couple hours. So I do have a window to do that. I was going to do that the other day. Instead, I did a schedule at Detroit, which was fun in its own way, but it'd be nice to get a little bit more TS3 material together while I've got a little bit of time. But he's backing up, and at 1440, in theory, the other one should appear. So I did also do a 10-minute arrival stagger, which a -10, which I think will then pull them up so that they arrive a little bit earlier, so that it helps get them into the time, because in theory 1447 should be the end. So I don't know, maybe it'll show up 10 minutes later. I thought the -10 pulled it up, but I could be wrong. I might have done it the wrong way, and he's going to show up later. But either way, because I wasn't paying much attention to the first one. All right. Well, we've seen the one taxi out. I may go ahead here and couldn't see a cursor.
JetBlue 1188 ready to taxi.
JetBlue 1188, runway 10.
Runway 10. JetBlue 1188.
Right, so I'm just trying to see, because we're at 39, so he's slow. He's going relatively quickly. JetBlue 1188, runway 10, cleared for immediate takeoff. Upon reaching altitude 500, contact departure.
Runway 10, cleared for immediate takeoff. On reaching altitude 500, contact departure. JetBlue 1188.
Alright, and it is approaching at 1440, so we're good. And yep, he rotated a little bit earlier, but not much. So we now have 3 of 4 completed. We are on fire.
Juliana Tower, windward 806 on final 10.
Alright, well, at least it's coming in. Windward 806, runway 10, cleared to land. Now it's 1443
Runway
already.
10, cleared to land. Windward 806.
So I assume we'll have this livery. So we'll see. 1445, they're still not here. 46. So yes, in theory it's 1447 is the end of this scenario. So let's see what we've got here. Alright, so it's one of those. But yes, I'm assuming... Oh no, it doesn't look like he needs to backtrack. So he may be able to stop fast enough, or he's gonna park there maybe. Yep, there we go. Okay. Windward 806, taxi to terminal. I think I'm zoomed in as far as I can
Windward
be.
806.
Yeah, not much we can see there. Let's see. Let's zoom in a little bit more here. Win Air, huh? Okay. I'm assuming it's a realistic logo, but anyway, he came from Curacao. So, probably just one airport at Curacao, which is why it doesn't have a name. But this will do it once he is complete and parked. And then we'll have 4 of 4. It's the first schedule in a while that has been fully completed. But there we go. So, enjoy Princess Juliana Airport. So, thanks for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please consider that. Love to see you back. Love to see you comment. And I'll see you next time.